Let me just move them for a bit so we can see the price clearly. And I'll go to daily. Let's do the top-down analysis. So going on daily, we have been holding this daily suspension block, which is like a FVG, which has volume imbalance on both the sides, and have been staying inside this range and rejecting from the midpoint, the lower quadrants. After that, we did open this daily fair value gap last week, which we are respecting, and the order flow is bearish as we had this order block close, plus this is an inside day candle. So Monday was an inside day because the body is sharing Friday's range. And now going into today, I would like the price to respect this order block, stay below that, and start gravitating on lower. Same goes for ES. Daily fair value gap holding, strong close below daily candle, and rejection from there. And I would like it to start dumping towards previous weekly low. That's my target for today. I can show you moving on the 4-hour chart. 4-hour CB is holding inversion block, inversion fair value gap, a change in state. We just tap the change in state, respecting the 4-hour fair value gap here as well. And now I would like it 10 a.m. or 9:30 open to start dumping to the sell side. 1-hour fair value gap holding, SMT at highs. But honestly speaking, I want NQ to take this high one more time because that will be the clear manipulation and it will validate the seek and destroy profile where London took Asia high and low, and now New York open can take London high and then gravitate towards the lows, where we also have some minor equal lows on lower time frame, and finally moving to previous day low and previous weekly low below the price. So this is what I'm looking for. This is what my scenario is today, and that's what I'm looking for. Currently, I'm just waiting for market to open and show me the clear manipulation and form this as a market maker sell model. From here, give it one more bump, then drop to these equal lows, work its way towards this. We can easily do that, or we don't even, if we don't want to take that high one more time, then we'll invert this fair value gap, start to do something like this at open, and then straight dump without even taking the highs. That's also a likely scenario. So I'll be pretty patient and will be waiting for market to show me the clear structure. And if there will be a setup presented, I'll take it. If there will be no setup, then I'm staying out and letting the market show me its hand, because I don't want to chase or get into a trade which is not going to pay out according to my analysis. So I can stay out for days, not taking a trade, but I will only take a valid trade which aligns with my analysis, which aligns with my scenarios, my model. And now I'll put the things which I'm gonna need back on, and yes, that should be it. Let's see after market open. Also, I want to show you guys one more thing. So over here, RTH gap, we are gonna have a premium opening. So there are 70% chances that at market open, either we'll take this high already because it's gonna open or above that, or if we're gonna open below that, then there are 70% chances that right after open, price will fill 50% of the gap. And today we're gonna have a discount. I'm sorry, I said premium gap before, but it's gonna be discount because the price is going to open higher than the previous settlement close. We're gonna fill it, and I think we are gonna try to completely fill it and then gravitate to these smooth lows on RTH gap. So that was the thing which I forgot to mention. Right now price is hanging over here. So I'll move this here, which is the Tuesday opening range gap high and Tuesday opening range gap low. We're also having a weak opening gap here. London lows, equal lows. Those are my targets initially. Well, let's see. What are we gonna do at open? How are we gonna open? Currently, we are trying to invert this fair value gap, which is a 5-minute CB, sorry, 5-minute BC on both ES and NQ. Honestly, today there is no news. So according to the no news day protocol, the setup can be before market open, and market open just injects the liquidity to send it to the targets. But I want to be patient, not enter the trade pre-market and see what market is going to do. 9:30 open or first presented fair value gap or 9:50 macro, 10 a.m. open. Currently 4-hour close is looking pretty good inside the 4-hour FVG below consequent encroachment after creating a SMT at the highs. So SMT divergence we have at the highs. Now we are trying to flip this candle. If we can close below this fair value gap, this is a basic. So I wanted to flip this candle bearish. Maybe this candle might do it before 10 a.m. open, might not. So something like this, 10 a.m. opens, tap, power of 3, distribution to sell side. 4-hour busy, because currently it's a bullish fair value gap. So let's see. I'm gonna check this 5-minute wick. We are respecting that. Then what? Boom. Tap, respected. Inversion after that. I hope it's not so sweet. Multiply the magic. On 3-minute, we already had a change in state. If not considering these two candles, we can consider this as a whole fake change in state here. So this can be considered change in state on 3-minute. So there is a huge possibility of the setup being this, and right at the 9:30 open, we had that instant push lower to fill up this gap. Plus, it's in favor of our draw. That's a nice close. Okay. If we can get this change in state over here, then I'll pull back to inversion or this fair value gap, and I'll enter into short. But wait, I'll wait for the market. Let me check how it's gonna. Let me see how my gonna look like. Targeting initially, plan and low. I'm checking how my RR is gonna look like if I enter at the change in state of delivery or at this breaker. Alright, I did put my limit. Let's see if it's on again. But beyond that, but I'll give it a chance one more time to try to tap that. It's kind of hard. We'll see. We'll see. 9:30 open, 7 minutes to the open, or I'll give it a stab. So it's not a much difference because I think it's at open, it's just gonna run from there. So stop loss goes above 5-minute inversion. That's a decent stop. I'll add on to it if I'll get opportunity. It's a 38-point stop. Let's see. 15-minute. Yeah. See, inverting this up as well. Why I took a pre-market trade? Because it's a non-news day, and non-news day most of the time you'll have at like some already started before 9:30, and 9:30 act as a liquidity injection to send price fast to the target. So these relatively equal lows are too smooth for me, and I'm already also expecting the 4-hour candle to close below this 4-hour BC, so it can be inverted in the next 4-hour candles gravitate towards the high time frame targets. Plus, we are rejecting this midpoint of the, and we had 5-minute and 15-minute inversion, plus a 5-minute change in state. This is a classic forever scenario. And if I'll mark my faves, so yeah, look, those targets are pretty much in the range of 2 to 2.5 standard deviation. It looks good. Currently, it's just hanging around 1 minute. Average is very time frame is gifted the structures. It's rejected from the pulpit. Most of the time price went to that place. We failed to touch the wick or any like high benefit like 5 minutes, 3 years, 15, 1 hours. If there was no that because for the level from the fair value gap or inefficiency on lower time frames. Once we take these lows, the gap is very I can trail my stop in that's reasonable. I think that's reasonable. 5, 15. Look at that closure on 15. Do you think it's a bullish close? No, it's a bearish close. We had a change in state. So that means a strong close from CIST. And now ES is leading, so NQ should catch up with this low as well. So once we take this, there is nothing stopping the price over here. We'll straight drop to these low. Nice. 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 Nice enough, guys. Let's go. I'm pretty much patient. What is this level? But ES is about to take these lows, whereas NQ is way higher than those. There is a high possibility that NQ may have that SMT at low once these lows are this low is taken on ES. Black can take partial. Okay. 2 partial taken here. And I'll let the 3 contract go to the full TP. So that's a previous daily level. And Q is pretty much dumping. It's good. If NQ can catch up with these lows and ES stays lower, that's good for us because then both the assets are going to be closely correlated and they can take those levels at the same time. And we won't have to be afraid of the SMT formation at the bottom because then it will be like both assets will take the lows. So there will be no SMT formation. Plus, 10 a.m. open, we're gonna be closing this 4-hour BC as an inversion. I told you before that I wanna see this as to be inverted and then NQ gravitate towards these low. Look at the rejection, SMT at high, rejection from there, and our entry is pretty much above the 4-hour open. So the above candle open or at candle open. So as you can see the mark over here. At 10, I wanna see something like this happening. Either take these lows first and then boom, boom. Previous weekly low. So ES took that low while NQ is. But to be honest, I don't think that it's gonna hold the price. NQ should start catching up to these. That's an equal low right over here. I think this is the right time I can move it to break even. Yes. A strong close through the lows and a 5-minute fair value gap is about to open here in 4 minutes. It's a first 15-minute candle, so these lows are clean. Pretty much patient. We took a trade, took our partial, SL is in place, entry is in place. Now let the market do its work. Because when we'll stick to the lower time frame, we'll try to manage it according to those time frame as they are more fluctuating and like minor pullbacks or minor retracements into the FVGs will scare you. You will think like, should I close my trade or should I take partials when there is no need to do anything. You just take your hands off the mouse and let the trade run. You might be saying that I have too many levels on my chart. Yes, to be honest, I have too many levels on my charts. I need to clear these up, but I can show you in 500 time frame where it must be. So you see, that's the solo reason, the same reason we took the trade pre-market, because I knew that at open, we are going to just trade down from there because we already had a manipulation, which was the SMT created before market open at 7:05. And after that, we had that 5-minute change, inversion, 15-minute change. I knew that market won't give anyone the chance to enter later on. It will just straight go to the TP because it's in rush. And now those guys who were thinking that they would have entered short at after market open, now they're just watching because price already took majority of liquidity levels. But I want to say we reached a 2 to 2.5 standard deviation. 1 minute in that 5-minute candle closure. Okay. starting because of that SMT. Now this SMT is acting as a retracement. I don't like the strong rejection from here because I wanted that 5 minute fair value gap to stay. Look at that close. That's a deep retracement. That's a deep retracement. We dumped what? 111 points and then just flip the whole candle. This is crazy. This is literally crazy. What the heck, man? Did Donald Trump say something or holy 87 points, 1 minute candle? Are you fucking kidding me right now? That's insane. That's literally insane. The level of volatility and manipulation you can see in the market. Like it's crazy. One candle up 80 points, 87 points, and then that's crazy. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. And stop me out at break even, which is, but honestly, I should have took partial at this 2 to 2.5 standard deviation range after this SMT was created. Look how close it went to those targets. You know, why did we do that? SMT plus seek and destroy. So took the sell side, SMT at low, and straight to the buy side now to take the other side of the range. Seek and destroy. How it is for right to yeah. If it's gonna offer any other entries to us, then we'll see, we'll see. No rush. That's enough. But look at this. That's a fucking 150 points retracement in 3 minutes. Actually 4. But we took the partial and we decided to let our runners go to the full target, which didn't happen because of the SMT formation at the lows. But I'm still eyeing those relatively equal lows. We created one more equal lows, relatively equals a swing point, that low. And we flipped back on all of this channel, drop, and then retracement back into the range. This is the conditions we have when it's consolidating on higher time frame. You can see it's just sharing this range, small range, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. This is a contraction. When that happens, market is pressed like a spring and it will release itself when there will be right time and right moment, and then there will be a large expansion. Big fat candles like these. Big fat candles. I can take the executions off. It's 47. 56. Yeah, let's go. Lucky. Dear Thai. But I don't like the 1 hour lows we had. And like you're gonna push us to take these previous 10 high. Get that 5 minute fair value there. I can now not. All the SMT is taken. So the SMT is invalidated. Maybe it can offer us a short, but I don't like it. Price is moving too fast. That's a huge candle right over there. Like it's crazy. Like straight up after taking the sell side and SMT at. It's fine. No FOMO. No missing out the buy, move or sell. We analyzed the market before open. We had our scenarios drawn, and we pretty much delivered to our target. -2 to 2.5 standard deviation. 131 points. But the only thing is I didn't close my position over there because I was confident that after having that 15-minute strong closure, there is no chance price is going like leaving these by 20 points, by 17 points. But it is what it is. You cannot force your will at the market. I decided to hold those partials to full TP. These equal lows and previous daily low, but ES took that, formed an SMT at the low, and a sharp reversal straight up. This was CASD. So this was a typical example of seek and destroy conditions. Took buy side, took sell side, SMT at the low, all the way to buy side. Seek and destroy profile complete. Seek and destroy profile complete. Asia high and low taken in London. London high and low taken in New York. It took previous AM. At currently market is at that point of level, like there is too much uncertainty in the market because of the geopolitical situation. Or tariff Trump is imposing, the Supreme Court against the Trump's tariff, Congress acting against lockdown in major states in the US, geopolitical situation in Russia and Ukraine, the war going on from last 3.5 years. I think it's 4 years now. The new tension rises in the Middle East, Iran and US. US is about to strike or like do a limited military strike on Iran. All those conditions, like they are impacting the market, and algorithm and market makers are taking advantage of that to have exaggerated moves, like large expansions, fast, not giving anyone the opportunity to enter, flip reversals, straight up, straight down. That kind of market it's right now. It's not normal. And if a beginner trader is gonna try to play with this kind of thing, he's gonna hurt himself. You can see in this trade I took, everything was valid, everything was aligned. It just flipped from 17 points. SMT at the low, and then one candle, no change in state, and the second candle, 87 points up, and straight up to take the buy side, seek and destroy. High time frame contraction. But I'm patient. I wanted to do that. It would have taken previous daily low, then that would have been much better for looking for longs. But that was fast. And I was in short position. I got a partial and break even. So it's almost nothing. It's like $200, $226. Not bad. I will watch for 10 a.m. open, which in my opinion is gonna try to expand higher, because if this is gonna close above this 4 hour fair value gap, that's inverted and it's a strong close. We'll see. We'll see. 950 macro started. Previous daily high. Monday Reaper fair value gap. First present fair value gap of Monday. Tap to the tech midpoint. And will get inversion. Now don't tell me that's a complete reversal. That's a huge fair value gap, which is gonna make me hesitant to take a short, because unless this is inverted, I cannot take a short because it can easily tap at the discount and then work its way up. But also it can flip this whole move and then go to lows, which is the uncertainty present in the market at the volatility level. I wanna give it a one more try though. The levels are too clean for me. Okay, I'll try to short. Small risk, fail. I have made right now. Buy 3 stop. Tight risk. Yeah. 4 hours still being respected. 10 a.m. opens. Look at this close. Like, now what are you gonna decide from that? Buy side, sell side, ports, taker. I mean, like, and this doesn't have any higher wick. So price will come back to create the higher wick. Insane. This is literally crazy. Should I move it to break even or give it like a little bit of space? Because I'm hesitant to keep it at higher, because I know it's gonna come back to create this higher wick. Yeah, I knew that. Okay, I think I should be done now because I got stopped out second time. It's respecting the 5 minute fair value gap, tap into discount, 1 minute FVG tap, and now I think it can easily go in any direction from here. But it looks like it wants to go higher. So now we have equal low, previous daily low, previous daily high, and price is in middle of the range. So it should take one side first to go to the other side, but I'm leaning bearish. So that was it. I'll put a recap video later on. Till then, peace.